Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Columbus Caps.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here taken in by Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Caps take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On 1st and 10, Holman. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Holman. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Holman, and that's incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Holman looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. From the gun, Holman. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 20. A big pickup there on the run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Forced out to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Caps are able to stretch out their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holman. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Holman. This to the outside for Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. .153 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. This is here. trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Operating from the gun, Holman. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. One final go for this offense here in this first half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Herbert. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it is the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Zach Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. Sam Darnold has a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Steelers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Holman. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. Touchdown! Philadelphia! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. There the Eagles are back within a score. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
And sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swan. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. And a huge play that time. Flushed out right. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Caps are able to add on to that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Holman. This goes to Mack on the check down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run here with Mack. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Back to throw. Holman. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there making exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second and 10. Herbert now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now it's Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. He'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, cost them.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Now the fourth down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way, but bottom line, they're still alive. Throwing after the interception. Holman, he finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd and 2, Holman throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. To throw on second down. Holman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau.